You can say the letter C in Italian in different ways, and generally it's not the same way you say it in English. So how do you pronounce it? Stay with me, and after this lesson you'll be able to read almost every Italian words with a C in it. But before we start, hi, my name is Ambra, and if you want to learn Italian, consider subscribing for a new video every week. Today's lesson is all about the letter C and how you pronounce it in Italian. So let's dive into it. Ready? Cominciamo! The letter C in Italian can have different sounds depending on what's coming after, and generally you don't say it the same way you do in English. So in this lesson you'll learn first of all how the letter C sounds in Italian, and then you'll have the chance to practice to test what you've learned. Let's start and see how to pronounce the letter C in Italian. The first thing that you need to remember is that the letter C in Italian will never sound C, like in the English words circle or celebrity. Instead, it can have two different sounds, a soft or a hard sound. But let's see more in details what I mean by that. When the letter C is soft, you say it like this: ch, ch. You know that's soft because it's followed by the vowels E or I. The good news here is that there's no exception to this rule, and hence you cannot get confused. So every time you see E or I after the C, then you always pronounce it ch, ch. Let's see a couple of examples. In words like ciao or cento, the letter C sounds ch because it's followed by E or I. Ch, ciao, cento. Moving on to the hard sound, this is very simple. When not followed by the vowels E or I, then the C in Italian will always get a hard sound. So it's pronounced as K. It's basically when the next letter is a consonant or one of the following vowels: A, O, and U. Let's see an example. In the word CASA, the C sounds like a K because it's followed by the vowel A. Same for the word croce, where the next letter is a consonant, and so the C gets a hard sound. Croce. By the way, casa means house, and croce is the Italian word for cross. Now, you need to be careful when the letter C is followed by an H, and that's because you may get confused with how this sound is pronounced in English. In fact, in English, when C is followed by an H, it can have a soft sound, like in the word cheese, but also a hard sound, as for example in the word school. So there's not really a rule that applies in all situations. In Italian instead, it's actually easier, because every time you find CH, you'll know that it gets a hard sound, like in the word chiesa, which means church. So remember, the letter C in Italian will always get a hard sound, except when followed by the vowels E and I. Perfect! You know now how to pronounce the letter C in Italian, so why don't you try? I'm gonna show you 5 words with the letter C, and you have to read them. While you do that, take a note if the C is soft or hard. I'll give you a couple of seconds for each word, and then we'll check them together. Ready? Let's go! Number 1, it means dog in Italian. Number 2, it has the meaning of clear, light. Number 3, it's translated dinner in English. Number 4, it's the Italian word for heart. Finally, number 5, it's same as in English and it means cinema. Okay, now let's read them together so you can check your pronunciation. Cane, CHIARO, CENA, CUORE, CINEMA. So in the words cena and cinema, the C is soft because it's followed by the vowels E and I. While in the words number 1, 2 and 4, the C gets a hard sound because the next letter is a consonant or one of the vowels A and U. Right, before you go, let's recap quickly what you need to take away from today's lesson. First of all, the letter C in Italian is never pronounced C like you do in English. Instead, it can have either a soft or a hard sound. It gets a soft sound when followed by the vowels E and I, so you say it chi, chi. While in all the other cases, this letter gets a hard sound, so you say it as a K, k, k. Finally, remember that when followed by an H, the letter C will always get a hard sound, like in the words chiesa or chiaro. That was all for today. I hope this lesson will help you improve your Italian pronunciation. You can also check one of my previous videos on how to pronounce the sound GN in Italian, which is also pretty challenging. I will leave you the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching and please subscribe so we can keep in touch. Until next week, ciao ciao!